We are back here on Carolina Women. We are at Whip Salon with owner extraordinaire Amy, and this is simply one of 7 salons.
Correct.
And Erin and I have been chatting with you. How do you do that? How do you manage this?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, like taking a step back, many years ago, I had this idea to try to figure out what my principles were so that I could figure out the best way to conduct my whole life, actually. And when I started this was in 2000, so that was a very different thing before, marriage and kids. So as time went on, every year I would create my principles on my birthday. A lot of people do resolutions on the first of the year, but I felt like my birthday was more symbolic and more important to me.
Exactly.
So every year I write out 20 to 25 things that I want to do.
All right.
Or how I'm going to conduct myself, let's say.
Can you give us an example of some of those core principles, or what is important to you?
Yeah, I mean, the principles are really what's changing in my life, as my kids get older and stuff, and also as my career goals change. But then there's some core principles just around how I do everyday things. For example, I love Mondays. I embrace Mondays. Some people dread Mondays, and I thought a long time ago I didn't want to be someone that was dreading 1/7 of my life.
Right.
So I wanted to really be Mondays rule, you know?
You reframed it.
I did reframe it, and my kids think I'm such a weirdo because I get all excited about Mondays, and they're like, Mom. But some people dread Sundays or other things, and I would just say if there's something that you dread in your life, try to find a way to turn that around, you know? And that really has helped me springboard my whole week, every week.
Kind of positive spin.
Exactly. Yeah. So principle 1, what's another principle you live by?
I think the glass is half full. I really have a can-do mentality on anything. So I think that by always thinking, even if a challenge comes at you, that there's a way that you can take that and make it into something positive. I think that has been a game changer for me.
There's always a workaround.
You can figure it out. So something that even I would get in any of the salon business, if I have something that I'm not psyched about, I can always say, okay, how can I make this something positive?
Talk to me about a third principle. This is so fascinating.
Thanks. I think that, not wasting time is pretty key. And what I mean by that is I spend my time with intention. It's how much time am I spending with my family, and how much am I spending at work and doing things that I love, and I break time down into increments of maybe 7 minutes or 3 minutes if I'm trying to do something. It doesn't always have to be an hour or half an hour or start at the top of the hour. Thinking about time differently, because it's so precious for all of us, right?
Are you a planner or are you spontaneous?
I'm a little bit of both.
Okay.
But I can be spontaneous, and but I do plan obviously my weeks, and then I have blocks of time for whatever, just for fun.
So you do keep to a schedule in order to be productive.
That's a good way to look at it. Absolutely, yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about balance. You seem to have a really nice life balance.
Okay, yes, I do try to do that, and I think that that's one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur. You can kind of, do things the way that you want to.
Tailor it.
Yeah, that's it, voila. And so, I'm lucky because, I'm around for my kids, and I'm around, for my team. So it's a great balance. And also I have to say, I just love working with my team. They really energize me. It's just very joyful to be here and working with them. They're amazing at what they do, and they're the whole thing behind the secret of Whip Salon.
The whole culture is affected by you, though.
I agree.
Because you're at the top and you're leading the way.
Thank you. Positivity is a discussion that we have on a daily basis. We work with a lot of women, and just making sure that's part of the conversation, keeping things upbeat, because it can be tricky sometimes with a lot of different personalities and different, things that we're all doing every day.
Well, let's do a little self-promotion here for you, because if you haven't been to Whip Salon, it is certainly worth the experience, and it is an experience.
We admire you so much.
We do, and you actually, your staff replicates some of the principles that you have too. So we are very grateful to be here with you today, and grateful to be with you all here today too. Thank you again from Whip Salon. We are Carolina Women.
Oh, I was going to say we're getting whipped.
We're getting
even better.
Here, Carolina Women.